Good evening, everybody. My name is Adam Cleary, and as you know, the sixth point in the Scout Law is a Scout is kind, and of course the Scout slogan is do a good turn daily. But what's less evident to a lot of people is some Scouts, especially new and young Scouts, go through the stage of thinking, is my nice deed good enough to be a good turn? And personally, I went through that as well. Even though I try to hold the door for people behind me, I try to do nice things around me, make people smile, I still heard some people say, that's not a good enough deed. So today I want to summarize the Aesop's fable, The Lion and the Mouse, and tell how its moral can relate back to that. For those of you who don't know how the fable goes, let me give you a little bit of a brief synopsis. In The Lion and the Mouse, a mouse accidentally runs over a sleeping lion's paw and wakes it. The lion then threatens the mouse with its life, making the mouse plead to live. In her offer, she says, I will pay you back someday, which amuses the lion because how is this tiny little mouse going to pay back this mighty beast? But the lion lets the mouse go. Later, the lion is caught in a hunter's net, and the mouse saves its life by chewing through the ropes. The moral of this is no act of kindness is too small, and it shows this, of course, by letting the mouse go and not expecting anything, which proves you don't need to do kindness and expect something back from it. But it's also to show that kindness will bring joy into your life and those around you. Of course, the mouse is happy because she gets to live, but the lion was amused by it, and of course that brought a smile to his face, because he was curious. Now let me explain how this fable relates back to my own life. Personally, I live by the Scout Law, and I try to bring happiness around me whenever I can. Be it by random acts of kindness or by being goofy, just some way to make people smile. Up at summer camp, every time I passed somebody on one of the trails, I would say good morning, despite what time it would be. Be it 9 p.m., I would still smile and say good morning. And you could see some confusion in their eyes, of course, like, why is he saying good morning to me? It's dark out. But they would smile because it's unexpected, it's goofy, and with some of the people that I did it to, I later learned that it made their day better. In the mouse's case, we know that she was pleading for her life, but around us, we don't always know what people are going through, and just that one little act of kindness can turn their whole day around. Just making them smile for 3 seconds can change their perspective on the day and make it into a better day. Of course, that summer camp example is just one example of how this can happen, but it can happen through anything, like holding the door open for somebody. Hopefully with this speech, I've provided some insight that can help alleviate fears of, is this good enough as an act of kindness? And in conclusion, despite what people may say, kindness doesn't have a qualifying level. There's nothing saying this is where a good turn starts and anything below it isn't good enough. I hope that if you ever feel like you haven't done enough, that you remember the lion and the mouse and how the fact that there's no such thing as not enough kindness. Thank you.